Hello everyone, I'm Manoj here from Strengths, and today's episode is focused on air squat, basically to increase the strength, and also it's a foundation movement for many movements like in gymnastic, in Olympic lifting, like clean jerks, snatches. Basically air squat, if you see, we work on hip extension and basically work more on the posterior muscle group. Okay, so there are two parts of the air squat we need to look at it. One is your strength part, another one is your mobility. Mobility is the first critical and most important part because that's creating your foundation, that's creating your building blocks. So if your mobility is not there and you're still practicing with the wrong body position, that's going to create a wrong memory and also a wrong practice. For example, if my squat is not properly, if I have issues on my mobility or my range of motion are not clear and I'm practicing heavy squats, that is going to create a wrong adaptation. First, most important and most critical point is to get your mechanics right, get your range of motion up to the requirement, increase some strength, and then you can increase your loading part. As everyone knows, if your mechanics is not right, you are inviting your injuries. Okay, so another question is why we do a squat before commencing to the next complex movement. Because I want to tell you for those athletes, like see, first, always most important is your basic foundation. If my air squat is not good, my mechanics is not good, my range of motion is not up to the mark, it's not good idea to go for the overhead squats. Also, it's not good idea going for heavy back squat, heavy front squats, because wrong body positions are going to create two basic problems. One is going to give you bad adaptations, and another is going to create stresses or wrong stresses, wrong adaptations for your that particular movement. What is mean by that? For example, when we do generally when knees are caving in, if you see at the hip is not at a strong position, but body beautifully adapt to strongest position by activating different muscle group. So that's one of the reason we end up in coming in where body feels that this is going to be my strong position. Now I need to do this squat with this position. So over a period of time, the strongest position is creating memories, and those memories are habitual. And this is one of the reason, if you see, there are many athletes, they do like deadlifts, squats with wrong body position, their mechanics is not good, still they don't get injuries. This is the one of the main reason for that, because body beautifully adapt to new situations, and that's create good strong body positions. Okay, so but what is the issue with that? If I am doing mechanically wrong, then what we look at an athlete endpoint, is the athlete should produce maximum power as possible in short time. So if I want to transmit the power, for example, I am doing thrusters, I am squatting and transmitting my power. So power has to go from my core to legs, legs to core, and back to the hands. So core to extremity pattern. And if your body positions are wrong, that power transmission is not going to happen as what required. So that's one of the reasons we should always follow mechanics. Ultimate goal is to have maximum power output. If you want to have the maximum power output, you need to follow mechanics. Unless and until you don't have nice air squat, don't try to go for more complex movements. First, target those issues. Then someone asked me like, coach, if is it right to stop the strength uh, if I have issue in my air squat? So if I just keep working on my air squat, it will keep my other goals very long. Like if I want to increase my front squat, if I want to increase my overhead squat, I'm not going to increase because I'm just focusing on air squat. To answer to them is, as I told you, triaging is the first priority. We need to create positive adaptation, positive body position, which need to be carried forward. Till that time, what you can do, there are many ways to do the strength. To increase this, like for example, if I want to do my overhead squat, what are the strength required? You require shoulder strength, you require shoulder stability, you require core strength, you require hip strength, your hamstring, lower body strength. So you can do the strength work, increase your core strength, increase your stabilities at hip, at shoulders, at your midline, and also with the safest mechanics, safest range of motion, still you can do that particular squat. For example, if my squat is up to the halfway, my everything is good, but below halfway something going wrong because of my other issues, maybe strength, maybe mobility issues, then do up to where you are at good, like up to the safest level. So you can do still the work with the load. You can load up to the where you can go and carry that mechanics and consistency all together. And slowly as you increase your range motion, you increase the depth. But always first, as I told you, go with the point of performance of the squat.